Yes, PJ. Yes, we have some powerful testimonial. We'll go into our testimonials. Let's start off with our sister testimonial. Let's go.
How you doing? Yes, yes. And so we have our sister PJ right here, another member of Powerful Pioneers. So real quick, while I got you, I know you're busy. How long have you been a member of Powerful Pioneers?
About a year now.
About a year now? And what made you want to become a member of Powerful Pioneers?
Well, since I met Brother Rojo, I want to say it was like 2009, maybe 2010. And networked, and he always kept in touch. I mean, like, always. Anything he was doing, text me, let me know what's going on, invite me to, his networking and, different things that the Powerful Pioneers are doing. And I was really impressed at the consistency. He never let our link, just die and go away. Like, he always made sure to keep the link. And I really respected that, you know what I mean? Because there's not a lot of people that can keep up with every single person they met, So that's a beautiful skill. And so he always just kept engaging me until I became a part of Powerful Pioneers.
All right, thank you so very much, sis. And since you've been a member of Powerful Pioneers, how have you benefited from being a member of Powerful Pioneers?
Well, one of the biggest ways is networking with people that I, would be able to really connect with for my business. Because sometimes you network.
Look at the little one. You want to call attention.
You don't really get to really build with the people you network with. Like sometimes it's just nice, and you be like, yeah, we're gonna link. But really Powerful Pioneers really do link up. They really do, work together. And I apologize that,
No, we understand. That's life right there. It's all good.
Yes, so I wear many hats, mommy hats, Brown Eyes hat, Powerful Pioneers, Blackstream.live, all that. So watch my channel, watch Brown Eyes TJ on Blackstream.live. Black Watch.
Hold up.
I also work with the Powerful Pioneers, and I truly believe that we are all these dots that are spread out throughout the globe, right? But we're not always connecting properly. And then sometimes when we connect, we always have to remember to keep the respect. So can we say connect? And keep the respect. And make sure to continue to uplift one another in the right way, right? And so I was given a task today, and I would like to award someone very special a certificate. And sometimes when you show up to events, you don't know what you're gonna do, but you know you're gonna get some things done, right? So I'm also gonna, right after that, share a poem, and I have someone helping me today who is very eager and ready. And that's why it's important when they're ready to speak, that means they're ready to learn, they're ready to teach as well. I learned a lot from the youth. So I want to tell you all about somebody who is absolutely amazing. And because we go by nicknames, we're just going to call her PJ. Can y'all say PJ?
PJ.
A creative on a mission. PJ began a career in publishing on a whim, when she wanted to bring a positive platform to the community, thus creating Brown Eyes magazine. The publication served as a celebration of positive artistry and a source of holistic health information. In 2010, her publishing endeavors expanded and she launched 3 magazines. Can I say 3? 3 magazines. Her network expanded, providing unique opportunities, especially with community affairs. A much sought after organizer, she served on the board of over 10 organizations. She now adds Inventor to her repertoire, stemming from an idea sparked way back in 2006. It would prove to be her greatest feature. She shares her story of tribulation and triumph in her new book. And without further ado, we would like to call up PJ so she can receive her certificate from the Powerful Pioneers Master Pioneer Award. Now, I know y'all eating, but y'all can put the food down for 2 seconds. Okay? It's so important for us to make sure to recognize people while they're still here. And so I don't always get a chance to see her. The last time we saw one another, we were actually at an interview. and in the city. And Rojo, we got to see that interview. So it was a live interview, and it just goes to show sometimes your name is speaking in rooms that you will never reach. And that's because you're doing the work. And I just want to say thank you. I don't get to see you all the time, but when I do, the energy is infectious and it's powerful, just like the what? So if you want to share something, you can. If you want to say anything afterwards, we're going to do our poem.
Okay, wonderful. Can't wait for that. Thank you so much for this. When I got the little text, a little birdie, you know, let me know I was going to be awarded this Master Pioneer award, and it meant so much to me because it's Powerful Pioneers is one of the most extraordinary groups that I've been blessed to be a part of. I'm a part of a lot of different groups, like especially right now I'm in about 4 major groups, like I'm an active member in these groups. But Pioneers is very unique because it's a business collective, and there are so many businesses, like literally, we have inventors, we have writers, we have wellness practitioners, we have people that are doing empowerment, we have people that are chefs, that are just any industry that you could think of, we have someone in that industry doing credit repair, doing business development. I mean, really, it's really a unique and diverse business group. And we are all super supportive of each other, and that's so important in this day and age because business is hard. You know, it is not the easiest thing when you think about even small businesses who might not have a big staff, who have to do a lot of the different tasks themselves. So now we become, you know, Instagram marketers, become, you know, try to be experts on social media marketing, and then we're over here doing our tax, you know, trying to do the accounting so our taxes can get done. And we have all these licenses and regulations that we have to make sure that we have on point because we want to have a healthy business as well, right? Yes. So it is a very unique, supportive group, and I love it. I really appreciate it, and I have been grinding, you know, making sure that Pioneers has a lot of the things that it needs. So, you know, I am blessed to be a part of such an amazing group that will also recognize, you know, my efforts, and you know, I know that it's appreciated. You know, doesn't go overlooked because sometimes, you know, you work hard and you're in something, and you know, people just like, all right, you know, she's there to do what she does, but it feels great to know that my efforts are recognized. So I give thanks.
Peace and abundance, everyone. I said peace and abundance, everyone. Respectfully, I want to be able to celebrate the entire family, so I want to make sure that my family in the back can see me. I'm going to ask everybody to respectfully, if you're not recording or speaking, to let everybody hear these words that I have worked very hard to be able to share and to pour into the family. I need to feel their energy. I want to be able to see them. So please, on behalf of them, let's be respectful and do that while we are all up here speaking. I need to see Josh. I need to see Genesis. Repeat after me. A family that taught us how to love. What remains is their light. We gather because they love. Not divide, but remembered right. You see, I came here thinking we were only carrying 2 daughters when the truth came walking in like a third flame, and Melissa informed me that we are now carrying a father too. A whole foundation. Once again, I'm going to ask for the space so I can let the family hear the words and feel what is being said here tonight. A whole foundation. A whole front porch. A whole family name. Thanksgiving Day, a day the world sets tables and heaven set a table too. I am not here to make sense of it. I said I am not here to make sense of it. I am here to make sure that their spirits are spoken correctly. Like sacred spelling, like prayer with receipts, Because some people do not just pass, they leave a landmark, they leave a timestamp, they leave a holiday with their fingerprints on it. They ran towards love, not applause, not safety, but love. They ran back into the house that raised them. You're not hearing me. I said they ran back into the house that raised them. The same walls that watched them grow. The same ear that held their childhood laughter. That same home that knew their footsteps by heart. And if you've ever seen bravery, then you have seen sisters become scripture. You have seen daughters become a doorway. You have seen sacrifice turn into a forever story. Say their names in love with your chest. Josh, Marcus, Nia, Ayana, Nathaniel, and Genesis. The one they call Sugar. For the one known as Genesis, the daily communicator, the heartbeat checker, the love that did not miss a day. I honor that devotion because consistency is its own kind of angel. And for the father, servant leader, patriarch of the family, thank you, Melissa, a man who adored his wife, who stood in partnership, who carried marriage with a vow and a victory 50 years strong. September 6th, written in the family sky, a love so rooted it made the next generation believe in staying. Navy, Marines, service in uniform, service at home, service in spirit, because some women and men protect with their hands, and some protect how they show up, how they lead, how they love. And then they made it out. But the grief did not stop following him, and this last week, the world lost him too. And now we need everybody to understand that this is not just laws, this is legacy-changing addresses. This is the kind of pain that makes your knees speak first. This is the kind of silence that makes a room breathe differently. This is the kind of absence that makes you stare at a chair too long, numb, in a zone, feeling lost and alone. When an elder dies, so does a library. I said, when an elder dies, so does a library. And if that is true, then today we are not just mourning a man, we are mourning the stories he held, the lessons he carried, the family history he guarded like gold. But hear me clearly, family. I said, hear me clearly, family. Libraries do not burn when the love is still alive. Not when we keep reading them aloud. Not when the children, who tell the children who they were. Not when we repeat the way they lived. Not when we keep the dates, the names, the laughter, the recipes, the sayings. Not when we keep their spirit in our daily practice. So today, tonight, we do not cry, we testify. We testify that two daughters, Francia and Pojanee, ran toward their father because love taught them to. We testify that their father lived as a servant leader because love taught him to. We testify that a marriage can last 50 years because love stayed. We testify that a home can hold a whole lifetime because love remembers. And if God, I said, if the Almighty allowed this to happen on Thanksgiving Day, then let it be known that they did not become tragedy. They became a holy maker, a holy reminder that gratitude is not just food. Gratitude is family. Gratitude is breath. Gratitude is courage to run toward and protect whatever it is you love. So when Thanksgiving comes back around next year and somebody mentions the holiday, we will not only think of place, we will think of purpose. We will speak them like blessings. We will hold them like heirlooms. We will honor them like the kind of souls who do not just transition, they transform the calendar. Rest in power, servant leader, patriarch of the family. Rest in peaceful power to his fearless daughters who ran in the fire with love in their hands. May this family be covered and held and never alone. Because they did not leave quietly. They left a mark so big that they became part of the holiday. I've learned, ladies and gentlemen, not to focus on the pain of letting go physically versus celebrating the spirit, always honoring their glow. A family that taught us how to love. What remains is their light. We gather because they loved, not devised, but remembered. Absolutely right. Peace and abundance, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, y'all. This ain't for me. This is for them. I can do better than that.
Peace, everybody.
When Brother Rojo called me, I was in a morning ritual, right? Everyday morning ritual. And I was kind of like in or out, but in. And he'll tell you, he said, he mentioned what he said. And it's like something that you almost like, you can't believe that. Come on, Lo. It's too early in the morning, man, to be, like, it's just like a new alkaline joke or, so then I heard the tears in his voice. And, I had, PJ had just did a work for me. She did I called her a couple of weeks back and asked her to design a poem I wrote for the African Drum Institute. And I didn't have any payment. I said, listen, and at the time my bank there was some fraudulent stuff going on in my bank. So my money was on a freeze and it got jacked up. And so finally I just sent her a donation, but it took a couple of days for her to respond. And I was patient. I didn't say anything. And then finally she did respond. She received it. She sent her blessing as always. Sister Isra just summed up pretty much, PJ was, to me, was a master of composure. I mean, the epitome of love persona, how she presented, how she moved smoothly, peacefully, give love, give thanks. That was her vibe. So I told Rojo, I said, listen, I'm gonna call in about 20 minutes, man. Let me just collect myself and make my movements. And I wasn't gonna go out this evening. Brother Rojo asked me to go to Sister Murray's Thanksgiving. I'm still contemplating, but I think I'm gonna go there pretty much to share with the people of this dynamic sister who I'm sure Sister Murray knows. And carry this vibe on. But I wrote this piece. And it's called Earth Empress. And if you know, I used to call PJ Earth Empress. And it says, an Earth Empress was she. In the spirit world, now she be. A flower of 10,000 rose petals, more precious than a sacred metal. So I sit here with a tear and a smile. For our PJ, artistic style, mother of divine son, caretaker of her father, and then some. A sister of divine decree, yeah, PJ, that's who she be. When Brother Rojo called me with tears in his voice, yet a strong warrior who made his choice to build within our people powerful pioneers, bringing a village together with cheers. So I sit here with smile and tears. The smile is for thankful for PJ's loving care. I sit here in a heartfelt tear in memory of PJ, love and care, a memorial of a powerful pioneer. So wow. Give thanks, PJ. You know, may the grand creator, supreme architect of the heavens and the universe, guide your soul. May you move forward. May your son be gifted and lifted in the same vibration to carry on your message that you've taught him in and out and out and in. May the powerful pioneers, us, carry a legacy forward, ever, backward, never. Peace.